These days, life is totally crazy, and I know with kids being home, the schedules went out the window. If you are like me, it is time to really reset for fall and get a plan for those routines that's going to work for the new school year. On this channel, we talk about routines a lot.
I will preach that to my dying day, that daily routines is the true magic.
Because they have completely transformed my life. If you're new, my name is Terri, and I'm the wife and mom of 4, and over the last year, I have completely changed everything. I quit a job in healthcare that required long hours and lots of stress, and a huge commute to and from, so that I could stay home and try to learn how to be a better wife and mom and just try to bless my family. FlyLady was crucial in teaching me how to do certain tasks to really control things. I'll be honest, I just turned 50 and I have been living like a teenager most of my life. So getting these routines really leveled up my entire world, and that's why I'm so crazy for them. Now, if you've been with me before, you already know I have been sick a lot in July. And although the house stayed relatively straight, I am completely off track. And you guys know, sometimes life just knocks you off of your rhythm. The only way to really take back control is to do a reboot. Now, maybe you only need to reboot your schedule around work and school. Or if you're like me, you need a life reboot. So I've slacked on my diet. No workouts, no self-care, no plan, well, no more. So I've decided on 3 main focuses for my life reset. And so the first is going to be the home. I'm going to do a declutter challenge to get ready for fall. The second is the family. We're going to get the Rise and Shine Reboot is what I'm going to call it. It's just getting back in the habit of getting up earlier and getting ready for the day. And then the third thing that I'm going to focus on is going to be me. I need to restart workouts. I need to get back on my diet plan. I just need to get that balance back. I know, but wait, these are really big goals. I agree, but I'm ready. I feel like July, I really knocked myself off because I was sick, I didn't feel good, I didn't get as much done in July as I wanted to, and I want to really attack August. You know, this is a fresh start. It's like a new year, although it's a new school year, it's like the time to really set the intentions for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna go at it, but I'm gonna break it into smaller pieces that are much more attainable. Are you guys with me? I mean, we really need to set out our intentions and goals for August so that as we go in, we've got the plan set. I want you to sit down really quickly and just pause the video and think about what are 3 or 4 things that you really think you could level up for August. What are 3 things that you really need to be more intentional about? Starting August the 1st, I'm committing to do a 15-minute a day declutter challenge, and I want you guys to declutter with me. This would be a great time because you're already needing to go through the kids' clothes and backpacks and all the back to school things. You need to get rid of stuff before you can bring in that new stuff. And you've probably already started getting new stuff. So 15 minutes isn't too much, even for working mamas, and it can be while you're doing something else. I love to do my 15-minute declutter while listening to podcasts or listening to my favorite YouTubers so that I'm multitasking, and it goes very quickly. I set a timer, it goes so fast. So if you would like to join me, it's going to be #declutter challenge, and I'm going to be trying to stay accountable with you guys over on Instagram, and that's at TodaywithTerriK on Instagram, Facebook, all the places. And I'm going to try to put up a video or a photo of me decluttering every single day in August with the #declutter challenge. So if you guys are going to join me, I would love to see what you get done, and you may inspire me to do new things, better things, a new way of doing things, and I need you to call me out if I'm not doing it. So I want to give credit for where this inspiration came from. Simply That Life is a YouTube channel that I love, and if you are not following her or you have never heard of her, please, after you finish this video, check her out.
I completely relate to the idea of wanting to have a more clutter-free and minimized home.
She does a great job. She's got a beautiful home. She really focuses on how to go minimalist, how to declutter, how to just really pare things down, and some tips along the way to keep it that way. The second part of my focus is that Rise and Shine Reboot. And basically what we're talking about is just getting the morning routine where we're waking up at school times, even before school starts, so that we're not struggling that first day of school. And I want to go ahead and get my planner and really lay out a new plan with block scheduling for the new routines that I know we've got coming. If I go ahead and get that started now, by that first day, it is not a shock to the system. But I know many of you do have to plan out and make the school lunches, and so I want us to make sure that we're including those types of things in a realistic plan, because it is extra time that you're gonna have to do. And if we go ahead and set up a block scheduled plan that includes all of the things that you really need and want to do in August, then you have time to tweak it before it actually starts to be necessary. I just think that this is crucial for success, is to lay out the plan, live the plan for a few days, and then tweak it if it's not working in some way. Speaking of planning, let me know, how do you guys handle meals in the school year? But more importantly, I need to know the breakfast situation, because I'll be honest, I'm a bad mom, and a lot of times I'll just have Pop-Tarts and cereal and maybe some Egg McMuffins in the freezer so that they can kind of self-serve, and it's terrible, and I want to do better. I need to get your tips on what to do, because there's no way that I'm going to get up and cook a full-on breakfast every single morning. I know me, it's never gonna happen. But I would like to do some things that maybe that baby step towards that. So as part of my personal focus, I want to get back on plan with my eatings. But the last couple of weeks, we went off plan because we were sick and we needed just a break, and cravings come back, and so I'm fighting it a little bit now, and then we're hardcore back on it next week when August rolls around. The second thing is I need to get in 10,000 steps a day. I don't. Now that I'm at home, I do get a lot of steps, but I don't get 10,000 every single day. And that just means that I need to walk down the road. I need to walk to the mailbox. I need to park farther away from the store when I go shopping. All of those little things are changes that I could easily make, and I can get that going. I do want to include weight training, because I'm a little bit not as toned as I would like to be. So we're gonna work on the bat wings, we're gonna work on some other things. But if you would like to join me in the personal part of this, I'm just gonna hashtag Reboot today. And that's just gonna be the personal part of it. And I'm not saying I'm gonna lose 100 pounds during this month. I'm not even trying to do anything extravagant. I'm just trying to be intentional about 10,000 steps a day and trying to get in the gym and doing some weight training. Then the last part of it, and this is probably this whole personal thing is going to be my hardest. Cleaning it, it's gotten in my blood now. I like doing it. But the thing that I'm going to struggle with the most is, of course, getting the workouts in and then doing the self-care. And we are supposed to be doing that anyways. FlyLady encourages you to do 15 minutes of loving self-care every single day. And I always think, well, I'm just washing my face and doing the regular things, but the reality is I've not even been washing my face lately. I'm the worst. Anyways, those are my things. I know I'm going hard for August, but when I break it down, it's really not as big as it sounds when I put these big ooh things out there. I already know that I've got to get the kids up, and I've got to get up starting at an earlier time. So setting that alarm has to happen. Whether I say it or not, it's going to happen. The only difference here is I'm going to start it a week early. The second thing, the house. I'm already zone cleaning. I mean, I've been doing that. I've just not been doing it for 2 weeks because I was sick. But that is not going to be a huge transition. It is the workouts that's the big deal. So Gus, you and I both know it's not going to be perfect. But again, FlyLady says it's progress over perfection. And if we never write it down, and then if we never give it some attention, then it never gets done. It's kind of like fear. When you shine the light on fear, it's never as big as you had it in your mind that it was. And so if I will write this down and I will put it out there for you guys to hold me accountable, then it's not as big. Like, I can do this. You can do this. We can get these kids out of the house on time, one way or another. They may not be as cutely dressed. They may not have, matching everything. It's okay. The point of being a mom is to keep them fed, keep them healthy, and teach them. So nowhere does it say that things have to be perfect. As long as you don't get riled up, you know that you are doing what you're supposed to do, and they know that you love them, that you're not grumpy on the way out, you've got it under control, you're letting go of the stress. It rubs off. They will get to school and realize it's not a big deal if my ponytail isn't straight. It's not a big deal if my socks don't match. And I've gone to school many a day with mismatched socks. So it's not a big deal. And if we just let go of that, like it's got to be everything and it's blah, 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 just let it go and realize, like, we need to make sure we're feeding them. And I'm going to try to feed them better, but let's be honest, there's probably going to have a few Pop-Tarts along the way. It happens. I'm going to try to get 10,000 steps, but the reality is there are going to be days that I don't. And that's okay, because if I get 10,000 steps 4 days a week, that is 4 days a week more than I got in July or June or, May or probably the whole year. But I'm going to do it. And so it's setting it as a goal and then including it in my daily plan. And if I write it down, I'm a lot more likely to really try to do it. There are still going to be grace and forgiveness at the end if I don't, but we've just got to do it. So maybe you are not ready to work out. That is okay. I'm a little bit nuts, but we're going to do it. But you're ready to get your house back on track. Well, that is awesome, and we're going to already be decluttering 15 minutes, so join me with that. And if you really want to do something even more, if you want to see even more progress, then there's one more thing you need to be doing. Check this out. I love y'all. See you next week, and don't forget, follow me over on Instagram. Bye.